What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to look at a lot of green Digimon cards. Now, there is a new super rare from BT-12 across time that we do need to have a good old chat about because it looks awesome. But there's also a bunch of burger Digimon because I suppose why wouldn't there be? And yeah, there's a lot of green Digimon we need to have a chat about. So let's get rolling with Quartzmon. Here we've got, and this is the first of the burger Digimon, and I'm craving burgers when I talk about this Digimon. We've got an inheritable skill on your turn, once per turn. When you play another green Digimon, this Digimon gains 2,000 power for the turn. So the deal here is really, really simple. Plus 2,000 power is good. No argument there. Plus 2,000 power is a very, very good thing. So if you think you're going to be able to play enough Digimon regularly enough, this is going to give you a big power boost, more than most decks generally tend to get. That's a very good thing, and you should be excited. I should say translations from the lovely folks over at Entan Gaming, the lovely folks at DigimonCard.dev, and the lovely me, because I do some of these myself now, and that makes me pretty gosh darn proud of myself. Yay! Moving over then beyond the Digitama, we've got some level 3s to have a chat about, including Eddie Bergamon. 3 cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 2,000 power, makes me want burgers, all fairly standard. When you play it, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a green Digimon, add it to your hand, otherwise put it at the bottom of your deck. And this is one of those cards where, look, you can do this quite simply, alright? Play lots of green Digimon. If you play enough green Digimon, you will look at the top card of your deck, it will be a green Digimon, it will go to your hand, and life will be good. Now, Bergamon, we've got 3 cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 4,000 power, makes me want burgers. It's vanilla. The only thing going for it is it's slightly more powerful than your average level 3. It's adorable, and I love it. But no, ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to skip it. Now, Dracmon is not a Digimon we are used to seeing as a blue Digimon. We've seen plenty of Dracmon before in the Digimon TCG, but we've never seen it as a green before. It's always been purple. Well, now it's green. 4 cost to play normally, that's too high. 0 cost to Digivolve, 1,000 power, but it can Digivolve as a 0 cost from any level 2 if the card text contains save. And we've seen this in a bunch of colours so far in BT-12, and the deal is really rather simple. These save Digimon look out for each other, they work quite nicely. Any level 2 that's got save in the text can Digivolve into Dracmon, even if it's not green. That opens up a bunch of options. When you play, bearing in mind it's a 4 cost to play, which is quite expensive, by revealing up to 3 Tamer cards from your hand and placing them at the bottom of your deck in any order, you draw 1 for each card placed. If you've got 3 Tamer cards in hand, which I know is not always going to happen, you play this and draw 3. Now, admittedly, you're not really drawing 3, you're replacing 3 cards in your hand with 3 from your deck, but still, that is really good draw power. The question is, how often is it going to work? And the answer might be not that often. But on deletion, you've got save. Place this card under one of your Tamers, which is nice. And it's got Digicross -2. Any Digimon with save in its card text. Now, this does 2 things. Firstly, it makes it a 2 cost to play rather than a 4 cost. That's a big deal. And secondly, it means you can grab any card with save in its card text. Does not have to be a green. And you can put it under to gain that inheritable skill. That is really nice indeed. And then on your turn, while this Digimon has save in its card text, it gains 2,000 power. That is a lot of extra power. That is a very good thing. You can see how all these save things kind of build up quite nicely. Now, Yakimon comes along. 3 cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 3,000 power, and it's got blocker. It's fine. It's cheap to play. 2 cost to Digivolve is normal. 3 cost to play is cheap. And that's really the hook of this card. It's a 3 cost to play blocker. It's super weak, but it is a 3 cost to play blocker. Now, Yasyamon comes in. 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 4,000 power. But it Digivolves as a 2 cost from any level 3 if the card text contains save. So again, it can Digivolve as a 2 cost from a green level 3, but also from any level 3 that's got save in its card text. On play or when Digivolving, you can play an Iru Sasaki. Rentabari or Ryoma Megami from your hand for free. Yeah, that's good. 2 cost to Digivolve, play a Tamer for free. Yes. And then on deletion, it's got save, and it's got Digicost -2. Any Digimon card with save in its card text does not have to be green, which would make it a free cost to play normally. And then you're playing your level 4 and a Tamer for free memory. That's a very, very good thing. And then the same inheritable skill we just saw. On your turn, while this Digimon has save in its card text, it gains 2,000 power. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a very good thing. Potemon is a 6 cost to play normally, 1 cost to Digivolve, 6,000 power. Doesn't make me want burgers, does make me want wedges. It's a 1 cost to Digivolve level 4 that's got 6,000 power. That's not bad. That's really not that bad at all. 1 cost to Digivolve is cheap for a level 4, 6,000 power is high for a level 4. We like this. Although we do kind of have to mention that Vegemon from the very first set was this, but it was a 4 cost to play, not a 6 cost to play. So, yeah. This is basically just bad Vegemon. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but if you run out of Vegemon, go and get your Potemon. Life is good. Now, Metal Life Kuwagamon, bit of a mouthful, 6 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 7,000 power, but it can Digivolve as a free cost, you guessed it, from any level 4 if the card text contains save, even if it's not green. And then on your turn, once per turn, as an inheritable skill, when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, gain a memory. It's a skill we've seen before on green, it's not particularly new or novel in that regard, but you know what? It's super useful. So who really cares? Now Jagamon comes along, and Jagamon's awesome because Jagamon adds some vastly needed context. 7 cost to play normally, 3 cost to Digivolve, 7,000 power, all fairly standard. But on deletion, you may play up to 2 Yakimon or Potemon from your hand for free. Oh, Yakimon, remember, has got Blocker, and Potemon is a 1 cost to Digivolve vanilla Digimon. And I told you Potemon is a bad Vegemon, and out of context on its own, it objectively is. But with Jagamon, get deleted, play 2 Potemon for free. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that sounds very, very good to me. I don't expect this deck to be good, but you better believe that I am going to be playing around with this. Just because it looks fun. And in a pauper format where you're only playing commons or maybe uncommons and commons, this would be a very, very fun deck to try. Flood the field with fast food. That sounds very, very good to me. Now, moving up into level 6s, we've got Grang-wagamon, which we probably should have looked at the other day when we looked at stuff like Dino-Beamon with Imperial Jamon, but unfortunately it wasn't revealed at that point. What do you want from me? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't talk about it. It wasn't out there. But we've got a 12 cost to play normally, 4 cost to Digivolve, 12,000 power. And because of the whole Dino-Beamon thing going on, you will notice that although it is a pure green Digimon, it can Digivolve from either green or blue, which is kind of nice. And although it's a 4 cost to Digivolve, it can Digivolve as a free cost from Dino-Beamon, which is not like the be-all and end-all. It's not the greatest thing in the world, let's be clear. But as a nice, handy little bonus, yeah. That'll do quite nicely indeed. When Digivolving, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then this Digimon may attack your opponent's Digimon. And on your turn, once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, gain a memory. So, yeah, fine, you gain a memory quite a lot on your turn, and when Digivolving, you've got a decent attack. But I'll be honest with you, it's a decent skill one time when you Digivolve, and then it just kind of gains a memory. Maybe, but only if your opponent's Digimon becomes suspended on your turn. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not in love with this one. But might I introduce you to Quartzmon, because oh my word, I am very much in love with this. Now this is a level 7 green, and if I'm correct, I'm just going to double check on digimoncard.dev, this is actually the first level 7 green we've ever seen. Now, it's not the first level 7 that can Digivolve from green. We have seen level 7s that can Digivolve from green. The Chaosmon from BT-12. As an example, the Chaosmon Valderarm from BT-12. These are level 7s that can Digivolve from green level 6s. And obviously Suzanimon, but that's kind of cheating because that can Digivolve from any colour. But my point is In terms of actual level 7 green Digimon, this is the first one we've seen, and that's kind of super duper interesting to me. And I cannot be the only one that finds this super duper interesting. But it doesn't just digivolve from green, it digivolves from green, or black, or white, level 6s, for 6 cost. Which is quite expensive, but it is a level 7, so, you know, kind of understandable. And this is a pretty big deal. Oh yeah, it's not just that. Oh, it's also 16 cost to play normally, 15,000 power. But it can digivolve as a 9 cost from any level 5 whose text contains save. So yes, it is a green level 7, that is true. But it can also digivolve from black or white, or any level 5, as a 9 cost, remember, whose card text contains save, and as we've seen, that does cover a lot of Digimon in this particular set. When digivolving, you suspend all Digimon, except this, and all Tamers. Then you gain 1 memory for every 2 suspended Digimon and all Tamers in play, which, that could be a lot. That could be like 5-6 memory. That could be huge. Obviously, it depends on the board state, depends on the matchup, etc., etc. It's not always going to be 5 or 6 memory, but I don't think getting 5 or 6 memory is unreasonable with this skill. And just that alone is kind of exciting. That's potentially a lot of memory. But hang on a second. I am suspending all Digimon and Tamers other than this Digimon. That's kind of a big deal, isn't it? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a very, very big deal indeed. But it actually gets bigger and kind of more awesome. Because on all turns, all Digimon except this one, and all Tamers cannot unsuspend. That's not just the ones you suspended with your skill, that's all of them. When this hits the field, the only Digimon that can unsuspend are this. It's not a dramatic pause, that's the only one. Now, you can play a Digimon, and then it's unsuspended and you can attack with it. But remember 2 things. Firstly, you can't attack the turn you play a Digimon, so that gives a Quartzmon player a turn to suspend it. And secondly, the moment it gets suspended, it doesn't unsuspend until Quartzmon leaves the field. If you are not able to remove Quartzmon from the field, you can't do anything. And if the Quartzmon player can keep suspending you, nothing happens. And when I saw this Digimon and I saw the translation of Mensan Gaming, and then I later saw it from DigimonCard.dev, I'm sitting there going, I must have missed something, something must be going on. And then I used my rudimentary knowledge of Japanese to read the card in Japanese, to try and double check the translation that both Ensan Gaming and DigimonCard.dev both got the same. And let's face it, when those 2 places both get the same, you know they're right. And the answer is, I've not missed anything. It's not been mistranslated. Nothing's gone wrong here. This is just the way the card works. And it is absolutely ridiculously absurd. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this card with every waking breath. Now, we've also got a skill here, which helps out very nicely indeed. When attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. And then for every 5 suspended Digimon and or Tamers in play, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So firstly, now remember, when your opponent plays a Digimon, they can't attack for a turn. So then, you can just attack with Quartzmon and suspend them, and then they don't unsuspend, and they can't attack. And also, when you attack, for every 5 suspended Digimon and or Tamers in play, you trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Now look, this is an awkward Digimon to get into play. It is a level 7, it's a 6 cost, you're not always going to be able to get it out. And that's the downside of Quartzmon. Because when this hits the field, you win. Like, I don't really see... Like, unless your opponent's got Digimon with Rush that can take it out, or Digimon with Rush that can go and win them the game, basically, your opponent is hoping this doesn't come online, because when this comes online, all your opponent's Digimon and Tamers are suspended and can't really do anything. So your opponent is basically having to use option cards. And they can use option cards, let's be clear. Option cards are the way to beat Quartzmon. And if Quartzmon ever becomes big, the meta will evolve into people playing option cards in order to take out Quartzmon when it hits the field. Because otherwise, all the Digimon are suspended and can't unsuspend, and you play a Digimon and Quartzmon's just going to suspend it, and then it doesn't unsuspend, and it can never attack. But it is vulnerable to option cards, and that essentially is the answer. So maybe play an option card that can take out Quartzmon, because if this hits the field and you don't take it out quickly, it looks like you probably lose. There is also a green tame we should talk about quickly. It is Rentabari. It's a free cost. Remember, Rentabari is one of the free that you can play for free. We talked about this a moment ago. When you play or Digivolve Yasumon, and that means that it is one of the tamers that works around with save. Because remember, that's one of your save Digimon. And what we've got here is, at the start of your main phase, place a Digimon with save and its card text at the bottom of its tamer to give one of your Digimon plus 2,000 power. That's quite big. And on your turn, when one of your Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with save in its card text, you can suspend this tamer and place a card from under your tamers at the bottom of that Digimon's Digivolution cards to reduce the cost by 1. It's your standard save thing. You save your cards underneath your tamers, so you can then use them to lower costs, give extra inheritable skills, things like that in the future. For me, ladies and gentlemen, I am bowled over by Quartzmon, and you better believe I'm going to be trying to make this work. But for now, it's over to you guys. Tell me how excited you are by this. Tell me how much you love it. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord and chat with us, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.